global initiative featured a surprise performance by Bono. He stepped in when former President Clinton had to leave the stage to look for his notes. He knows something about imitations, Bono does. So do you, Bill Hader. This is a rumor I heard about you, and feel no pressure here. I heard that you do a very decent Charlie Rose.
I do.
Let's start us off
Charlie
with
Rose. Yeah, we did Charlie Rose. I did it on your show.
Indeed,
yeah,
you did.
He has two speeds, which is what he starts the show off like, "Hello, everybody, welcome to the show." It's all this.
Yeah.
And then when you go, "Now, what do you do?" Man tries to talk to you. Yeah, it's always very simple questions, but it's why that people are like, I watched my interview back, and I'm kind of going like, because it's hypnotic. It's like, now, how do you talk to somebody? How do I talk to somebody? I don't know.
Bill, nicely
And you did it on Breaking Bad. That was cool. Walter White was doing the same thing on Breaking Bad. He was like, "That is Charlie Rose."
That was so good.
That was great, man. We got to say. I could see how excited you were that you got to say Walter White.
Yeah.
But were you trying to do Walter White? and I'm like, ooh. Charlie might get shot.
No, not that.
He's in it. Walter made Walter White mad. This is not good.
Charlie,
no.
See, Bill Hader, aren't you going to miss this kind of humor? This Saturday will be the premiere of Saturday Night Live. This will be the first time in 8 years that you are not going to be there when they say, "Live from New York, it's Saturday night." So are you feeling a little ping about that? Or will you be watching?
I'll be watching. I mean, it's funny because at Seth Meyers' wedding, which was a couple weeks ago, I'm now just like a fan. It's like not even, I'm going, well, so what are you guys going to be doing this year? You know what I mean? Like, I'm now just back to the way I was, before I got the show. So.
Will you miss it?
Yeah, I will miss it. I mean,
But you were ready.
Yeah. It was 8 years is a long time, but I love being on the show, and the new people they have. I've been watching all their stuff online, and the new people are just fantastic.
Okay.
So I think it's gonna be good.
What are you gonna miss the most?
You know what?
Imitating
Charlie Rose. No, Kristen Wiig and I would call it Friday Night Crazies, because you would be up Monday. Basically, you just don't sleep all week. And Friday night during rehearsal, we would get really loopy. And a lot of great stuff would come out of those. Herb Welch, the character I did, Herb Welch. There's James Carville. We were just talking about this. Oh, that was my very first show right there. That's my very first.
That's your very first show?
Very first moment on the show right there.
I heard you don't like to watch yourself. Is that true?
No, I'm hating this right now.
Why don't you like? I don't like watching myself either. Why don't you like watching yourself?
You know what? I feel like when I watch myself, I go, why does my face look like that? And why do I sound like that? And you don't want to get in your head when you're you don't want to be performing and going, oh, my face is doing that thing again. You just want to be out of your head.
Yeah, you don't want to be self-conscious.
Yeah, when I'm very self-conscious.
So you have a new movie coming out.
Yeah.
Cloudy with the Meatballs.
Cloudy with the Meatballs.
Part 2.
With a chance of meatballs.
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
That's a better title.
She saw it. She's
Cloudy with the Meatballs.
My kids, we've seen all these movies.
There's a second one, Cloudy with the Meatballs. Meryl Streep, Daniel Day-Lewis, Cloudy with Meatballs.
Part 2.
Part 2. There was no part 1. We're going straight to the sequel.
But Bill, this is what the director said about you. That you brought stuff to the lines that he never imagined. Crazy shrieks and yells. You have an earnest heart, yet silly and energetic. What does that mean, Bill?
No, that means I was tired, and no. It's fun playing Flint Lockwood. This character is I played him in the first one, and it's very weird because you do it and you're just in a booth by yourself. You're not interacting with anybody, and so there I am, just screaming.
Yeah.
You're just screaming for 4 hours. But it's a lot of fun, and I think what I like about this movie, the first movie had was a very irreverent sense of humor, and a lot of times when you do these big animated movies, you can't have that, a very specific sensibility, and this one definitely has it.
I'm scared to ask a question.
I know.
I'm now curious to see what he does.
How do you, when meatballs are falling from the sky, what do you do?
I knew it was coming, didn't you?
You've stumped him.
I know. You're like,
How do you know? When it's time to go.
that's the coolest thing ever. How do I know it's time to leave?
Yeah.
Leave SNL?
Yeah.
I don't
Say it in your Stefan voice.
Oh.
That would be good. Say it in Stefan character. I love him.
Oh, thanks. Actually, the funny thing is I was just, the guy who I based Stefan on, I don't know his name, but he works at a coffee shop in Chelsea.
Okay.
And I
Does
went
he
into
have-
that coffee shop and he wasn't in there. I was like, I wanted to go in there like my last week on SNL and be like, hey, I just want to say thanks. But how do I know? I think it was just because, you know, I have like a family and I have 2 kids and my wife is a writer-director and we constantly were going out to LA and stuff. So it was just kind of like, I think it's time to go. Oh, there she is.
Well, there's Maggie.
Yes.
Close us off, Bill. Close us off with Stefan. Really, you have to do Stefan so we can see yours. Close us
What
off.
I don't know what to say. Is
Wrapping up
Stefan.
this edition.
If you're gonna go to it, well, I'll say my favorite club is
Okay.
Stefan. New York's hottest club is. Your mother and I are separating.
You can say, we'll be right back in Stefan. Say that, Bill.
We'll be right back with Charlie Rose. My dad. It's out.